What's up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about dentists in Japan versus the United States. So for those that don't know me, my name is Mark and I'm an American currently living in Tokyo. Today I'm going to be talking about dentists. Like, how many of them are there? What is the experience like in the US versus Japan for the dentist office, and how frequently do people normally go? Make sure you stick around because I'm going to tell you definitively who has better dental service. And I'm going to be specifically comparing Tokyo and my hometown where I grew up, which is a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio. There are dentists literally everywhere in Tokyo. I don't know where these dentists come from, why people go to the dentist so often, but there are so many dental offices around here. There is a dentist in the building I live in right now. There's a dentist next to the building I live in right now. There's a dentist across the street. I'm pretty sure there's probably about 10 dentists within like a 5-minute walk from my house. It's pretty crazy. In my hometown in the United States, there was almost no dentists. I had to drive about 15 minutes to the nearest dental clinic, and in that dental clinic there happened to be a couple of dentists. I'm not sure if people in the United States, a lot of doctors will get together and they'll come up with their own dental clinic, or if in Japan every single dentist just wants to open up their own practice because I think it's cool. But whatever it is, there's offices for dentists everywhere. So if you want to get your teeth cleaned in Japan, no problem. Overall was very similar. I got my x-rays and my teeth got cleaned, and as far as I could tell, the stuff that they're doing in my mouth felt about the same. I felt like it was probably a very similar level of cleanliness. There was a couple differences though. One difference is they never actually used fluoride at the dentist in Japan, whereas when I was in the United States, they used fluoride on my teeth. They actually asked me an interesting question when I was at the dentist. They said, "Hey, when you were growing up, did they put fluoride in your water?" I was like, did they put fluoride in my water? And yeah, I think they did put fluoride in my water. But in Japan, apparently they don't. I don't exactly know why that is, but that was a question that I asked, and they said, yeah, if you got fluoride in your water when you were a child, you don't need to have it now. Also, they took pictures of my teeth. They had a physical camera, and they opened up my mouth wide, and they took pictures of the teeth at various angles, which I think is pretty smart, and they never actually did that in the United States. In the United States, all they did was look at my teeth and took x-rays. But I would imagine that with the camera seeing the outside of the teeth, you could probably see some things that you wouldn't necessarily be able to see on an x-ray. Have you guys noticed that whenever you go to the dentist, they always try to talk to you, try to continue the conversation even while they're cleaning my teeth? 47 different little cleaning utensils in my mouth all at the same time. And they say, oh, you mentioned that, how's your mother? How is she doing? Oh, that's great. Your mother, I'm so happy that she's good. Oh, how's your father? Oh, your father's good too. That's great. How's the brother? So that's pretty much my experience at the dentist. And the dentist in Japan, they didn't really try to do that. They didn't really try to talk to me much at all. I think that's probably because my Japanese isn't so great. Maybe if you're a Japanese bilingual watching this, let me know. Did they try to talk to you when you were at the dentist office? I don't know. I'd like to hear it. Let me know your experience. Did they try to talk to you when they're cleaning your mouth, or did they just clean your mouth in utter silence? Is it kind of like a Zen ritual where they're going and tooth by tooth trying to make it shiny and clean? How often do people go to the dentist in Japan versus the United States? In the United States, I was recommended by my dentist to go twice a year, once every 6 months, which I did most of the time. I would maybe wait a year to go, but even when I waited a year or so to go to the dentist said, hey, your teeth are clean. But why is that? Why is it that we're supposed to go to the dentist twice a year? At least in the United States. I go to the doctor for my body, physical, I go once a year. I go to the eye doctor also once a year. Why did the dentist make off like bandits? If you look at animals, every other animal in the entire animal kingdom doesn't brush their teeth. I've had dogs, I've had cats, I've never brushed their teeth before, and their teeth are fine. Humans have evolved and lived for tens of thousands of years, and they didn't have toothbrushes for all that time. But people were surviving and thriving for a very long time before we ever had toothbrushes. So why do I need to go, one, get a professional cleaning, and two, need to brush my teeth twice a day? So in the United States, they want me to go twice a year. But in Japan, they were asking me to go 3 times a year. They wanted me to go once every 4 months. And as far as I know, that is the norm in Japan. But I think that's what it is. I think people in Japan go to the dentist 3 times a year versus twice a year. I wonder if when they use all of those devices and tools to get the plaque off of your teeth, if it's also wearing down on the enamel a little bit too. How much is too much in order to get professional cleanings for the dentist? Who do I think has a better dental experience? I'm going to break it down into a couple of categories. When it comes to convenience, Tokyo, Japan wins hands down. Dentists are everywhere, and it's really easy to find one if you need one. Where in the United States, I sometimes had a hard time making a reservation for an appointment. In Japan, I've never had any issues. When it comes to the experience, honestly, pretty similar. I wouldn't say one has a big edge over the other. I felt like my teeth probably got equally clean, but I'm going to give it to the United States on this one. I kind of like that they're taking interest in me, and it makes me feel pretty good that we're able to have these conversations with the dentist. And even though I felt like maybe the dentists in Tokyo were a bit more professional, they didn't want to talk as much, they were more doing their job, I really did like having the conversation. So for that, I'm going to give this one to the US. Finally is the frequency. Even though I'm going to the dentist more often in Japan, I'm not entirely sure if that's entirely beneficial to me. Because I also brush my teeth and floss my teeth every single day. Why do I necessarily need to go to the dentist so often when I only go to the doctor for my body only once a year? With that being said, I'm actually going to give this one to the US. Even though there aren't quite as many dentists, I kind of like the experience a little bit more, and I think the frequency that I go is about the right amount. I want to hear about you guys. Let me know in the comments. What is it like in your country, wherever you're from? How are the dentists there? How did you like it? If you like videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe. Love you guys. Have a good day.